Hey, welcome to my channel. My name is Paula and in today's video we are gonna get acquainted with some luxury designer silk scarves. Before filming this video and before just recently, the only actual silk scarf I owned was a Mitza from Dior. All my other scarves were like just, well, not 100% silk and very like one colored and such. And for the longest time, I actually had kind of started molding my mind into, well, maybe I'm now old enough and sophisticated enough. No, I'm just kidding. But basically that my style would be at a point where I would enjoy 100% good quality, beautiful silk scarf. And because I live in this world where I love luxury, the first brand that came to my mind was Hermes when it comes to silk scarves. And for the past year or so, I had been looking on their website and thinking that whenever I'm traveling to a place that has an Hermes, maybe I could go in and look at the silk scarves and just like see how I would like it. And then I opened my mouth last weekend for me, when this is coming out a few weeks back, but I opened my mouth to my mom saying that, just kind of jokingly, because she's going through her closets and finding all types of knickknacks that she was asking if I'm interested in owning. So I just said to her, well, if you find any silk scarves, don't throw them away, or something like this. And then she said that she actually stumbled across a pile of silk scarves from her closet, and if I want to have a look at them, I can. And I don't really know where my expectations were, but she came back with this type of pile of silk scarves, which I was just kind of surprised. And I'm like, okay, great. I can test the waters before actually hitting the big guns, aka Hermes scarves. And then I started going through the pile. And I left her home with 5 silk scarves, all from, I would say, luxury labels. So in this video, I thought I would just show them to you and we could just kind of have a chat about silk scarves in general, because I'm a newbie when it comes to wearing silk scarves in general. I really love how people style them with like plain shirt and then like a bit of color with a silk scarf. So we'll see what I end up doing with these. But all in all, let's have a look at some beautiful vintage silk scarves, because these are definitely old. As long as I remember being alive, and so she hasn't purchased any of these. So these are probably from the 80s. Something like that. So a bit older, but these are in such an amazing condition. The colors is just like excellent. So I also wanted to show this to kind of encourage people to look into the vintage side of silk scarves, because I understand like the scents and you don't know if people wear perfume or whatever with scarves, as they are close to the face and so on. I do understand the appeal of buying new. And I do also realize that not everyone's mother has a pile of Cartier and Hermes silk scarves in their closet. So it's easy for me to say that look into the vintage side, but I'm telling you, look into the vintage side of silk scarves, because they are beautiful. And I think we should just start. The first scarf is from Cartier, and you know that it's an old one when it has this Must de Cartier in it. My Trinity ring is also from the 80s and it has the same text on it, so you know it is old. But it is filled with the Cartier logos, and this is the scarf. I don't really know how I should be here. Maybe this way the light comes beautifully. So it has green, blue, and then gold somewhat. And it's just, I think it is beautiful. just like really, really beautiful to wear. Maybe I'll just leave it here. Let's see how I will like the look when I see myself editing. But yeah, I really like the colors on this one. There are some like really brighter colors that I don't usually wear, but I thought as she's not using them and she was kind of like take all the big pile, and I'm just starting to get into the scarf world, or silk scarf world to be more precise. So I just grabbed 5. That sounds very bad, not just 5. I was lucky enough to grab 5 of hers, but I just felt like having a bit more colorway that I'm used to, and then maybe a bit of like pop of something to like maybe introduce some color to my life. But yeah, so this is the first one. The next one is by Christian Dior, a very classic Dior oblique silk scarf in blue. I can't believe the luck. I mean, she has always loved navy blue, same as me, so not really a surprise now that she would have been drawn into this. But there is still these very old labels. You can't probably see anything, but it's just, yeah. So here is my Dior silk scarf. What am I doing? Something very strange. But yeah, so a Dior oblique silk scarf. I just couldn't really believe my eyes when I saw this. Crazy. This is the next one, and to be honest, this is a brand I had not heard of, but I googled, and the brand is called Marc Rozier Paris, and maybe somewhat visible there. So yeah, I googled because I hadn't heard of this one. I just loved the colors on this scarf. Such like a classic, beautiful, just like amazing. I really loved how this scarf looked. And I did pick these based on what they looked to start with, and then I checked the label, not the other way around. So I really loved how this looked. So the brand is called Marc Rozier, or Marc Rozier Paris, however, I'm not French. And this brand, or this house, was established in 1890 in France. And I don't know if they are still in production though, because the website I found was very old, and I think hasn't been updated in what, 10 years, 9 years or something. So I'm not entirely certain if they still exist. But this beautiful scarf exists, and I'm so happy to have like been introduced to a new brand, to me at least. So yeah, but this is beautiful, don't you think? I'm super happy with the colorway of this, and kind of learning something new of the French fashion history. And then the final 2 that I have left are both from Hermes. So maybe we start with this one. So it has Hermes over there. This is what it looks like, maybe this way around. So it has a lot of color, like such a beautiful scarf. I love the dark blues in it, but then there's also, well, gold, but green and red, and I really liked the colors in this one as well. And it's just, the silk in these feels amazing. I don't know what to tell you. It feels so good. But yeah, so this is the first Hermes scarf, and then here we have the second one. And this is kind of a crazy one for me this way, because it's red. There's a lot of red in it, and I'm not that, let's say, familiar with wearing red, or comfortable in. I don't know. But I thought I would take this because I feel like the design is very beautiful, very abstract, very, very beautiful. And it has all the like Hermes features, the horse thingies. I do not know that type of vocabulary in English. I'm very sorry. But yeah, this is really beautiful. So yeah, maybe. What do you think? Does it suit me? Is red my color? What do you think? I'm venturing out into colors with scarves, believe it or not. But maybe that's my gateway to learning how to wear a bit more color. I don't know. Whew. That's it. Those are the 5 scarves that she gifted to me. I'm so grateful to have received them, and now is the time for me to start playing around with them a bit to see, like, do I want to tie something on a bag, for instance? Do I actually want to wear them as scarves? Hopefully, because that's, I feel like, when they look the best. But it's possible if I have like a very plain straw bag, for instance, just to tie a little something on it. It might look really nice. I have watched some YouTube videos over like 10 ways to use your Hermes scarf and whatnot, but some of them seem a very like, no, I'm not gonna say strange ways how to use a scarf, but I would not use a a like Hermes or Cartier vintage silk scarf as a bag. I just would not, because I've seen people like tie them the corners with like this, and then you can like carry it, whatnot. So I will not use them as bags. No shame for anyone who does, but I don't know what I would put in there. Something very light, I suppose. Then quite many are using them as like some kind of tops, but like no. There's many reasons why I will not use them as such. First of all, I need to wear a bra. Having this just like tied around me without a bra, that's like a no. And if I would have a bra, it would look just like stupid. So that's just a no. And the other part is, if it's hot enough to wear this like as a top this way, I'm probably sweating. I do not want to sweat on my scarves. So that's also something I personally wouldn't do. So I just need to learn how to use them as scarves, I guess. And then maybe like tying them as a headband. Like something like this, that could work. And so on. So I'll just need to be creative and learn to use them, because I wanted one and now I have plenty. So I also have plenty of styles to choose from and to just like practice on. I'm so overwhelmed and super grateful for her. I can't imagine the luck I had. And it's just like she's not really wearing them. She has a few, like one super vintage Dior scarf that she loves and wears almost daily, and so on. So she's not really using them. It's not like I just like took them from her. That's a bit better for my conscience. But I'm so excited. Like, I love vintage, because with vintage you can get something that everyone doesn't have anymore, and that's just like a bit of like history, a bit of character. I love it, and you can tell the quality on these pieces that they've lasted for, I don't know, 40 years, something like that, and look immaculate. It's just maybe with the Dior scarf, the white has maybe started yellowing a bit, but that's it. All the other ones are just like perfect, and I'm so happy. Thank you for watching. See you in my next video. Bye.